All right, I think we're going to go ahead and get things underway. We're going to start by moving over to this screen. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and I'm here with my housemate and friend. Are we going with Red? All right,
Yep.
this is my housemate and my friend Red, and
Hello.
he has decided to join me in cowboying up for the evening because we are going to be watching oh yeah, I should shut Spotify off for the evening too. There we go. We are going to watch the 1960 Western classic, The Magnificent Seven, for Film First Friday. I have never seen this. Sorry, Red, you have never seen this before, right?
I have not.
Okay. So this ought to be interesting. This is one of those movies that people who are fans of Westerns keep telling me, you got to watch this one. This is one of those that you've got to watch. And what we're building up to, of course, is the day when I have watched enough Westerns and have developed enough of a Western's IQ that I can finally watch Blazing Saddles and get 90% of the references, right? That's the goal, right?
Sure. Sure.
That's what some people say. They're like, if you're gonna watch Blazing Saddles, you gotta watch more westerns first. So, and
You gotta have one or two. It's true.
okay, all right, well that's good to know. So, anyways, let's go ahead and move over to the split camera view. And I think what we're going to do now, first of all, I would like those of you that are here to just appreciate the camera movement wizardry that I've done. Look at the Spider-Man statue in the back. He looks almost like he is flawlessly put together. And that is because I took the two cameras and I placed them just so if we so much as like tap the desk, it might fall apart. So enjoy it while it's enjoy it while it's there. We're also gonna do a thing here where we're gonna just kind of adjust the micro. It is available for both of us to use. Let's see. All right, there's a little bit coming in on your end. Hold on. Yeah, we went silent for a second. Yeah. All right. No, there's a button on this thing, and
Yeah.
this has happened so many times where I'm like, okay, all right. Anyways, hope you guys appreciate. We've got the cowboy hats going on. This hat was actually lent to me by a coworker. She's occasionally on the channel, Jeanette, because I told her I wanted to dress up as Harry Dresden once for Halloween.
Gotcha.
And so she gave me this hat, and I think this is hilarious because Jim Butcher very famously does not like those cover illustrations to the Dresden Files because, in his words, Harry does not wear a hat. So I think wearing these is a lot of fun just for that reason. And what about yours? Where'd you get yours?
Uh, my partner and I were driving around town one day in an area of town that we weren't normally in, and I had been thinking about hats and talking about hats,
Okay,
and there was the hat shop, and we
there's
went.
the sign right there.
Yeah, we went in and they I told them what I wanted. They said that they couldn't quite do that, but they had a similar style. And they looked at my head when I walked in and correctly guessed the size of hat. They pulled one that had not been cut or shaped off of a stack and cut it and shaped it and stamped my initials in gold in the hat band,
Nice.
and it cost $300.
Oh, wow. You hold on to that
But
sucker.
like, if care is taken with this, it could be handed down for 5 generations just fine.
Nice. Okay. All
It
right.
it is the real MFN deal.
I like that. I can hear Trouble meowing. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and let her in real quick. But did you know they just announced the new Dresden Files book?
No.
Yeah, they just did.
Oh.
Come on, bro. I don't know why you went outside. You should have been hanging out in here the whole time. All right. There we go. All right, sweetie, you're here. We'll give you treats at some point. Okay, let's go ahead and get things underway. Yes, new Harry Dresden book. It's called 12 Months, and it's let me just double check here. No, there is no buffering. YouTube lies. Okay. Um, it's called 12 Months.
Okay.
And you know how like you you do read the books, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we both read them.
I've read them all,
Yeah.
and I will probably reread them all before this next one comes out.
January.
Okay.
January is
Okay.
when it comes out, so
Yeah.
we got time.
Plenty of time.
Called 12 Months. You know how like he usually structures the book around like one really bad week that Harry is having
Yeah.
in a given
Yep.
year? Apparently in 12 months, he is going to be doing like several different weeks over the course of a year. Um, and apparently it's mostly about dealing with the fallout from the previous two books.
I was gonna say because this one is meant to close it out, is it not?
No,
No?
no. In fact, I think we got another 5 or 6 books after this one before it closes out.
Okay. Okay.
Jim Butcher has
I'm
basically like
not mad about it.
yeah, no, he's things have changed since he made his outline 20 years ago.
Okay.
And that makes sense, you know.
Sure.
So, okay, anyways, sorry, enough about the Dresden Files. Um I'm not going to promise I won't do content on the Dresden Files at some point in this channel's life, but it's not right now. We are here for Film First Friday, and we're going to get started in just a second. I just put the link to the Magnificent Seven in the chat. You should be able to watch it there on Tubi with us. Part of the reason that I chose Tubi, I think there are several other free sites to watch The Magnificent Seven. If you just Google it, just The Magnificent Seven 1960, where to watch, because there's a 2016 remake. But if you Google that, I think it's like there's Tubi, I think there's Pluto TV, I think there are several free
It's
sites.
literally on Poob.
Yeah. But I have found that my browser, it must come with some kind of an internal ad blocker that is really good at not letting Tubi put those ads up, which is actually kind of nice, because now that I've started using a timer, ads would really throw off the timer, and so I definitely want to try to avoid disruptions whenever I'm watching something. So having the timer now just makes things a bit different, and I'm okay with it. It's just it's going to take some adjustment. So, all right. Anyways, for those of you that are new here, we've got I see YouTube says 3 people. So we never know if that's actually the case, but welcome to those of you that are here. If you're new here, just so you know, if you're here expecting to see audio and video from the movie in question, that's not going to happen during this stream. This is basically a watch party stream. You have the opportunity to watch along from the link that I have provided, or if you happen to have access to it, if you've got it on disc, if you've got it on Fandango at home or whatever. Sith Apple says that it's on YouTube as well. So you can watch from there. For free. So feel free to follow along. But basically, if I do the audio or the video on stream, that's going to create copyright issues that I don't want to deal with, that you don't want me dealing with. So we're going to not do that. The intention is to eventually make reaction videos from this content. And whenever I get the time, energy, inclination, and the stars align perfectly, that will eventually happen. But in the meantime, we're just going to go ahead and do this as a watch party. You guys are free to join us. If this is not the kind of thing you're here for, I don't want to waste your time, so feel free to click onto something else. Please don't leave me nasty comments. Like, I get that people don't necessarily want to watch me reacting to things, but I've got viewers here fairly consistently that say otherwise. So, don't be that guy, please. Just don't. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna do a reaction video portion of the recording, and then we're gonna get right. Well, hold on. Before we do that, we need to do the sound test.
Indeed.
Would you grab this and plug it into the circular hole? Make sure you don't hit the square one. That has powered off the computer.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. I've got one. Here it's the hanging here. Yeah, no, this one.
Okay.
Come on. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah. I've learned. Oh God, I'm gonna have to take these off. I'm gonna have to take the hat off, aren't I? Damn it. Headphones. Hold on. Can I get it? No, I can't get them around I can't get them around the hat.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off for a second. Then do this number.
Oh man. Okay. Am I gonna have to I'm probably gonna need to tighten this around. Okay. We need to mute the desktop audio. That will keep people from hearing what we hear. Oh God, this is so haphazard.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
That would have taken me a while to figure out. All right. I'm going to tuck them in.
Yeah, you'll probably need to pull it as tight as it does.
Yeah. Let's see how this works. Oh my God, they're falling off.
Wah-wah.
Okay, let's
We
see.
got the ones that Gwen used, so they're made for my smaller head size, I guess.
I see. Okay. Come on. Okay. I swear I'm going to engineer this in a way that works. Okay.
We all
All right.
believe in you.
Yep.
You could
But do physics.
you could take those off, put your hat on.
Mm-hmm.
No, take them off.
Take them off completely.
Yep.
Put
your
the hat on. Okay.
Put the hat down close enough near your ears that you can put the speakers. Do. Ah, that is the flip that I'm looking for. Like here on the hat.
So that maybe the sound will get to my ears. That's hilarious, and I'm willing to try it. So okay,
seems the best option.
we're gonna do a sound test now. I'm going to just click on a YouTube video and just see if I can hear anything. Oh, let's click this Ted Lasso reaction here.
I am, of course, fine.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. Bottoms.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on.
Does that work enough?
How do I look? Okay. Yeah, so here's what I've done, guys. I don't know if you can see, but basically I have
one on, one off.
Yeah, one on, one off. I mean, I'm willing to do this. So I don't know. Do I look ridiculous? I'm sure. You know what? I typically look ridiculous, so that's fine.
We tried the on the brim of your hat thing, and if something was gonna look ridiculous, that was it.
Yeah.
The Rubicon has already been crossed.
Okay, all right. Well, then you know what? We're gonna just do it this way. I'm just gonna continue wearing this hat, hearing it out of one ear, which I've done before, and drinking my beer. So all right. So hopefully you guys didn't hear anything I was basically on a video of Nikki and Steven reacting to an episode of Ted Lasso. Hopefully you didn't hear anything. If you did, let us know because that is a thing that we need to address. So, all right. I think now that we've got the technical stuff out of the way, more or less. We're just gonna go ahead and do the we're gonna do the introduction video, the reaction the reaction video portion of the recording. So
Thanks, Sith Apple.
yes, Sith Apple, you are awesome. You are one of my mods for a reason. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian and
Red.
here, and welcome to Film First Friday. Film First Friday is a live stream event where we watch a movie that I haven't seen, and we watch it for the first time. We've been doing these all Fridays this year. And tonight's movie is going to be the 1960 Western, The Magnificent Seven. And I have not seen this movie. Red, you have not seen this movie, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So my Westerns quotient is actually pretty low. When I went over the movies um that I hadn't seen or that I hadn't seen, I was divvying them up by genre. I could not name 12 Westerns that I had seen. And I was like, I need to fix that. And so that's why I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly earlier this year. And that's why we're watching The Magnificent Seven now. I also watched a movie, it was a vampire movie mostly, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, but that actually is considered a Western in a lot of ways, and I actually see why. So, um, but yes, we're going to be watching The Magnificent Seven. So this serves as our watch party and reaction to the 1960 Western The Magnificent Seven. And this is just one of those movies that I have been told by people who have seen Westerns, you got to watch this one. You really got to watch this one. Now, I have seen The Seven Samurai, on which this story is apparently based. The Kurosawa film that predates this one. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, nice. We really are on the same page here.
Yeah.
But this is apparently a lot like that story. I don't know. I do remember in the Seven Samurai, like every single one of those samurai, they perished by the end of the movie, if I remember correctly. I don't know if that is the fate that is in store for these, these gunslingers here. But I was looking at the cast list. I barely recognized some of the names. I think Yul Brynner is one of them. I don't know who he is, but I've heard that name before.
Oh, yeah. He was
Um,
in The King and I, famously.
Okay,
That really
never seen it.
raised his stock as well.
I believe Steve McQueen is in this. I've heard his name. I don't know much about him. And I think those are the two names that really stood out to me. I don't remember. I think another one, Eli Wallach. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
Who played Tuco in Good, Bad, and the Ugly?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I do remember him kind of. So, anyways, don't know much about this movie other than it is based on The Seven Samurai, and that movie was about a band of seven samurai who decided to defend a village from a group of raiders. It was basically a losing battle. They did succeed, but I believe all of them died. And
The most Pyrrhic of victories.
yes. And interestingly enough, I just watched on this channel earlier this week. I watched Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which is another story about they all die, but the dream lives on. And
it is my favorite Star Wars film because it is also the most Pyrrhic of victories. Also, and I hate to go off on a tangent.
No,
briefly,
that's what we're here for.
Rogue One shows Vader standing at the edge of the hole where the ship that Leia is in departs from.
Right.
And then one of the first scenes of A New Hope is Vader questioning Leia, and she's like, it was just a diplomatic mission. And like in the back of his mind, the character has to be going, I just watched you drop that. Don't give me that.
Well, and I mean, okay, let's do a tangent. Interesting fact about that is that Rogue One kind of answers the question as to why Vader was so charged up when you first meet him in that movie.
Sure.
He just missed getting his hands on the rebel plans. He tore through all these guys and just missed it, and he's got away, and so he's just like, I'm gonna find you people. I'm gonna.
He's standing there watching them go.
Mhm.
And so, yeah,
Yeah,
he comes in hot.
yeah. No, he does. All right. Anyways, let's go. I know. We got on a bit of a tangent. We do that sometimes. So, anyways, the Magnificent Seven, loosely, I believe, based on the Seven Samurai. Looking forward to watching it. We're gonna do that in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, if you enjoy these reactions, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction, actually, anyone that you think would enjoy our reaction to these media. Whether you like or dislike this film, let us know why in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation with you about this film. And you can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on our YouTube channel. I can guarantee you that when I do make a reaction video, there are parts of this intro that will definitely get edited out for flow, basically. But there is a master playlist of movies that I have watched and reacted to, and I'm also dividing them up into smaller playlists on the channel. The Magnificent Seven obviously would be a Western. And if I decide to make a list of, say, like Steve McQueen movies that I've watched, it would probably be on that playlist as well. Any of these playlists, if they exist, you can find on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And I think that's everything. So we are going to get ready. Get your headphones on, get everything queued up, and let me go ahead and bring up the timer. Is it? It is doing the fade in, fade out. Yay! Okay. Sorry. I'm very, very vain about that kind of thing. So, all right. And we are actually good to go already. I like that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit the don't do this. Don't do that. Why you gotta be like that, OBS? Come on. Actually, this is probably more of a Windows thing, but see? Okay, no problem there. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead when I throw out the thwip, I'm going to do the thwip. I'm going to basically hit play, and then I'm going to hit play on the timer as well. And we're just going to go. All right. So still getting used to this tool, but it's definitely helped. So Steve McQueen movie Bullet. Is that a recommendation, Sith Apple? Because if it is, I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, it's one of his most favorite. Westworld, as Sith Apple also mentions, was big for Yul Brynner. Um, like Yul Brynner was pretty big
I mean,
for a
I know
period.
the name, like,
Yeah.
is a name that people are supposed to know, at least
Oh
once
yeah.
upon a time. So, all right. Okay. All right, everyone. Hold on. Frickin' fly. Okay. He'll be back, no doubt. Okay. All right, everyone. 1960s, The Magnificent Seven. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Lion. How are you today? Yul Brynner. Eli Wallach. Okay, so these are the big three. Okay.
Yeah. Charles Bronson and
This,
Robert Vaughn. My God.
oh, Charles Bronson? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Brad Dexter, James Coburn.
This music, this score, this sounds familiar. Like I'm pretty sure I've heard this. Bum, 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 bum. Like that's definitely familiar to me.
Who's the stupid American composer that I hate every but
Oh, I
that
don't
did
know.
all of these frontier like sounding.
And I couldn't tell you. I'm very, very dumb about all of this.
Oh, is it Elmer Bernstein?
Do you
Okay.
dislike him or do you like Elmer
He's
Bernstein?
fine. It's just very I can't remember who the dang
Okay.
composer is.
That's all right. Remember what you love, not what you hate. All right. Yep, this picture is based on the
Hey.
Japanese film The Seven Samurai, Toho Company Limited. Nice. I like that acknowledgement, that
I don't
respect.
remember which studio this is, but they either had some good respect for Japan or
Mhm.
some lawyers that were doing their jobs well.
Yes. Okay, I'm guessing these are bandits and this is the village that's being assaulted.
That sure seems like they have gone with a lot of stylistic similarities, I feel.
Like
Like,
an
sure, it's a poor village. They don't have a lot of like typical buildings.
okay, yeah.
Everything is just kind of what they could put together.
Okay. Everybody's like, "Oh no. Oh no, be quiet and still. Maybe they won't hurt us." I recognize that.
Stand so very still that I become invisible.
Whenever I see a band of villains, I think of the Clanton gang from Tombstone. Like this dude in the red.
That's our Eli Wallach.
Okay, he's just like, "Hey, feed me." Man, being all friendly and just coming in and taking their stuff. Ugh.
He is playing this like he just had a substantial toot of cocaine.
This guy's just like, "Uh-huh. Yeah, what do you want?"
How long are you going to sit here and talk at me before you realize I don't give a
He has to give an F right now. Oh,
about 350.
Price on your head, huh? Hmm.
One might make money off such a thing if they had a really good partner.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So they're establishing him as an a-hole. I get it. Yep. I mean, I saw that coming. I mean, if you were really any kind of leader, one of your men would have done that for you. All right. So we've got the problem established. These guys come. These guys come by every so often. They raid the village.
And every once in a while, if somebody's feeling real naughty, they shoot somebody.
Yep.
Was that a burro or a llama?
Oh God, I couldn't tell you.
I'm curious now. I want to know.
If I had to guess, I would say a burro, but uh-oh. We can't stand this. Barely. Yeah, don't do that. Clearly, these guys are not fighters.
The old
The
man.
old man?
Have you seen Machete Kills? Yes. Danny Trejo would have whooped up on these men.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even seen any of those movies, and I know that. I mean, that's not necessarily the decision there, you know? Oh, man. Three country boys coming to the big city. Love it.
Well, there go a couple of suckers. Those two looked like a banker and an undertaker.
Yeah. Why?
What's up,
Ah,
1960?
old Western racism. I mean, to be fair, that kind of racism predates 1960,
Yeah,
so
I'm. It just,
civilized.
yeah, it just stinks to have it like waved in your face.
Yeah.
All right, you.
Who's this guy? This guy has no F's to give. Is that Yul Brynner?
The him,
Him.
yes.
Okay. He's like his whole mannerism is just man's man, you know. People are like, "Hey, let's watch this." Ah, riding shotgun before it was an expression.
I love that they've come around the corner and are on high alert. Like, you know, they might have heard us talking about how we was gonna do this just now. They might be.
Tombstone. couple of couple of hired guns just doing their thing. He doesn't look tough enough to pull one. Curtain move. Like, oh, they got my cigar. Hey guys, how you doing? You got a problem with this burial here? Hey guys, what's up? This entire town is like, we got to see what happens here. Oh, there goes your gun arm. Wow, got them both fast.
It's not Jimmy and the F around gang. These
No.
men are serious.
It's like, you guys gonna move or do you want your other arms shot? They got a one-man cheerleading squad.
Yep.
So what? They took the body and are burying it? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening? Okay, all right.
They just needed to get up the hill and past the jerks.
Villagers are like,
Yeah.
well,
They helped
those dudes,
somebody bury an Indian.
yeah, those dudes look like
Maybe
they
they
can
help us.
carry themselves, yeah.
We've got a little money.
It's like, okay, I'll take drinks. Dude is like too
Is
busy.
that Flora calling him?
Yeah, I know, right?
Because I imagine this is a pretty common occurrence in his life.
Wherever the wind takes me. Okay. I'm
What?
not I'm not gonna remember their names. And that was the kid cheering them on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh man. I don't want no trouble, but I'll definitely finish. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. Calvera. Sit down, boys. It's time to go to school. Hire a gun arm, yeah. I'm not in the blessing business. I mean, it wouldn't be much. This is a pretty poor village.
He's a pretty solid dude to even have that thought.
Yeah. Sure, if you ask some of the women, they'd probably feel that way too.
I mean,
Okay. That was an interesting test.
I wonder how many takes that took.
I mean, if I'd been an actor during this scene, I'd have been scared of that gun going off, you know?
Uh,
Come on. Test is over. He failed.
he lost his nerve in that situation.
Yeah. Yep. That's understandable.
This is a more promising introduction.
Ah, they know each other. Okay. We're literally
There's
doing this.
really nothing.
Yeah, he's like, doing it just to do it, you know? Was this the guy that had his back earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Easy come, easy go.
But
That's what they can afford, man. I mean, yeah, he's not being mean. Just me so far. I mean, those two barely know each other, and dude's like, you know what? We had one good ride together. Let's continue it. I can respect that, you know. But man, they
like
gotta.
McQueen showed respect for Yul Brynner's actions by joining him, and Yul Brynner appreciated that someone was there capable to watch his back. Like
Yeah,
it's a nice, easy bond.
yeah. So that's Steve McQueen right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that I've seen him in anything. I've heard his name, but you know. Okay, Steve Rogers, we get it. The casual sarcasm, I love it. $20, really? That's it? Okay. Oh, is that? Oh my God, that is Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that at first.
Yeah,
I'm used to only seeing him when he's a lot older.
sure, sure. Why he's all gray-haired and mustachioed
Dude
and
looks like a brick house here.
yeah.
Damn.
I mean, he did also, but
Fathead. I like that that's an insult.
I'm right here.
I'm going back to sleep.
Appropriate.
Screw you, buddy. Dude, I'm trying to sleep. I got nothing to say to you. What's he doing? Is he challenging him to a duel or what?
Don't think anybody won that one.
How did you win? Ooh, did not want to, does not
Oh,
care.
goodness. This is Coburn. Yeah, James Coburn.
This guy?
No. Red.
Oh, okay. I'm going to sleep. Leave me alone. Yep, sleeping. Really sleeping now. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. He does not care. It's like, a-hole, I'm asleep. I'm trying to sleep. Doing it for real.
Shoot him
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Shoot him now. Damn.
All right. Let's do it.
It's funny they all talk about how expensive bullets are, but then are wasting them on shit like this.
Yeah. Whereas, a dagger,
Get it back.
you can resharpen that. That's no problem, or less of a problem, but Hmm. I like how Yul Brynner's character Chris is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna round up a team, and he's like he's just these guys can't come to him with a problem, and he's just like, screw it. I'm gonna see if I can help you
We'll
solve
we'll
it.
put it together.
Yeah. Never you mind. Kid, kid, don't. Did he call him a dirt farmer?
Yeah.
Get
I
him?
love that Foley. So great.
So what I'm getting from this character is just this is a kid who admires this guy, really wants to like make a name or prove himself, and he is just not up to it. And everyone seems to know it.
Yeah, the one skill test that he's given,
Yeah.
he fails pretty spectacularly, and he's not used to feeling that foolish.
Everyone is just sitting here looking at him and drinking.
Yeah, it's like you may have your gun out already, but we've all got the drop on you still.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, everybody recognizes that he's just young.
Yeah. Oh, really? A lot of people could say that.
I have friends everywhere.
Who's this? Who is this?
It's killing me. I can't remember this actor's name.
Okay. who is this guy? All right, okay, sure. Oh God, okay. He just won't let it go. You guys all going for a multi-week engagement and getting 20 bucks.
At least y'all are at the front of the line.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess, you know. Okay, all right. That's I'm not gonna lie,
He'll
that's fairly impressive. It grabbed up some fish directly from the water. That's, you know.
For someone who can do that to be so embarrassed in the previous situation helps explain why he felt like crap. He is not slow.
Yeah. No, you guys can join me. So the kid's got skills, but can he?
Robert Vaughn, thank you, chat. Um, that's the one who was talking about his $10 stable and plate of beans.
Okay.
Thank you, chat.
All right, and we have come back to the village.
There were more people here, right?
Okay. It's like, dude, I wasn't here. Why are you asking me? Hilario? Oh, wow.
That sound of like inch and a half thick iron just clunking, not even peeling.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, kid. What the heck was this issue? Oh man.
no, no, let him cook.
Let the kid talk. So they're going to teach them how to fight? Is that what I'm getting? Now we're seven. Okay. The pinwheel. He's just blowing on a little pinwheel. I like that. Yeah, we were just sitting around talking about the weather all day. It was a hoot. It was great. Again, it is just so weird seeing Bronson this young.
Soft spot for kids, check.
Okay. Oh no. Does the boy bring bad news? Excuse me. Bring him here for questioning.
Purple monkey dishwasher. That is so like Seymour. Nice cedar trees. I have no idea why that stuck out, but
I mean, you get an eye for something and it just sticks. Just waiting by the horses. Come on, guys.
the kid doesn't understand that by being there at all, they already have the drop on them. The kid's all tense and wound up, and he
Mm,
doesn't need to be. They have the element of surprise. If
right.
they just go for it, it's good.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to make of the kid yet. Like,
He's a try hard.
yeah, I want to like him, but I don't quite, you know?
He doesn't make it easy. He's like too painfully young.
Yeah. I'm bored. Oh God. Wow, dude, don't take your eyes off the ball. Woo, man, where are you going? Shut up. Shut up. Let's see what we can do here. Shoot the horse, shoot the horse. Oh, oh man. Well, you just killed off two or three of their guys, so they'll be extra happy when they come by.
Yeah. But it probably won't be for the rest of today.
Yeah, but they're all dead. We're just gonna, I
But
guess, tell him. Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
Surprise!
He's
The price of
already sent
corn.
the three guys he thinks he can lose. Everyone else is valuable.
Oh yeah, I imagine I know nothing about guns, but I imagine guns of old probably kick like hell, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you knock them down, you can usually take their weapons. What is going what?
This is just a huge social engineering failure.
Oh, okay.
He is certain there has to be something,
Okay, right.
and he
Okay.
is just trying to act as if he knows.
Trying to figure it out. Okay, all right. I get it.
Oh, that
Just
poor cow.
oh my
Good God,
God.
that's emaciated.
That is the skinniest cow I think I have ever seen.
It's looking pretty rough.
What are you doing, kid? Don't.
This is like a cartoon scene where somebody shadow boxes with their shadow and gets punched in the face by their shadow.
He's like, you got him. Here you go. And even the cow got spooked.
There's almost no Foley on this. I can't. Now I hear the sound of rushing water, but while the soundtrack was playing before,
Hmm.
no water sound.
Damn. Um. Okay. Wait. Whoa. What's going on here, dude?
I think they are trying to portray it as he is just taking her back to her dad and asking the both of them where everybody is hiding, which is still dumb. He really does not need to know.
Yeah.
He's just got his linen panties in a twist.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pause here because I need to use the restroom.
Okay, that
So,
is so effing disrespectful. Holy
okay,
cow.
and stop. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stopped for the moment, guys. And I believe I've stopped the timer as well. So, on the film, we're at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 42 seconds. I gotta use the bathroom. I've been drinking beer. So I gotta go use the restroom. So I figure we'll take a couple of minutes to just take an intermission, use the restroom, and do all those things, and then we can resume. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up the "Be Right Back," and I'm gonna mute the mics. I'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring us back, and we're going to go ahead and just. All right, I didn't think to put Spotify on until after I had went and used the restroom, but I'll try to remember to do that in the future whenever we do stuff like this. So, okay, so for those of you that need to know, we are currently at an hour, 3 minutes and 42 seconds on the timeline. I know that the timer says slightly different, and that's okay, but uh needed to take a quick restroom break, so stuff like that, and of course refill on our rocket fuel, so
Hi.
yes, cheers. um so Red, thoughts on this movie so far? Are you enjoying it?
I am. I enjoy that, like we've both seen The Seven Samurai,
Yeah.
and it is not exactly a cheery movie.
No.
This
No.
film manages to have a decent amount of heart while also having like levity,
Yes.
humor. It is not all
It's yeah, like villager shame, and
yeah.
just this like we're against impossible odds and everything. Yeah, no. I can definitely I can definitely see how uh an American, like, the director of this movie or whatever, watched like The Seven Samurai and is like, we could make a Western out of this, and we could probably make this just like a bit more appealing to a general audience,
This could
and
be a Steve McQueen movie.
exactly, yeah. And I don't know. I mean, so far I'm definitely enjoying it. I think that I think, like you said, like there's humor.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is there is a heart to this, and I'm really just kind of enjoying, like, like I think in the Seven Samurai you had like the lead samurai who was just like, yeah, we're gonna do this because we can, and why the heck not, and impossible odds, but why the heck, and like you kind of get a little bit of that from Yul Brynner's character, but
Sure.
he's just mostly like, I don't know, he's just like, hey, you guys want to come and do this thing? Here's what it pays. He's not lying to
Yeah.
anyone, and he's like, let's do this if we can, because it'd be cool to do, you know.
It's one of
So
those, it's almost a prestige gig because
yeah.
being offered this job by someone so competent that will not pay you well,
Hmm.
you're doing it for the name that you will have afterward.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. I would agree. No, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. So I'm glad
Yeah.
you are as well. So, all right. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and continue. Again, I'm gonna throw out a thwip, and then I'm gonna hit play, and then I'm gonna
Timer.
hit the timer. All right. In fact, let me see. I wonder if I can do the spacebar trick, because that would be a lot nicer. I'm gonna see. Hold on. Okay. I think I may be able to synchronize these slightly better. We're gonna go ahead and give it a try. All right, guys. Here we go. They're pretty close. Okay. Hey, notice me, damn it.
Claiming he's got splinters from the spoon. What a dick move.
Okay, so those two are definitely jonesing for each other, even if they won't admit it.
He is one of the original Wild West pickup artists.
And dude is like, I need a girlfriend tonight if possible, you know? Come on, guy, remember why you're here, all right? Just do your
Why
job.
are you here, actually? Yes.
That's my problem whenever I'm playing shooter games, you know? It's gonna take some doing. Pretend you're a rock musician.
I bet he can't do the dishes at home either.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. Um, okay, however old he is, he looks good for his age.
Yeah, you just ask a question at that point.
Okay.
That's dark, but it's fun.
I'm gonna do a quick thing to see if I can get rid of that timeline. Civic improvements are always good, you know? I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Oh, here they come.
Yeah, that's not unusual.
Send the signal. Here they come. All right. Everybody into position.
Pause for a second.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to pause, guys. Give me just a moment here and pause. All right. Pause. I don't have access. Yeah, the timer is an issue. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. And we will just try to bring it back up. We're about 10 seconds off.
Okay.
I'm at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 5 seconds. What's up?
These gunslingers. Oh, it's so Hollywood. The plan that they have, whatever the plan is not the correct plan. It is very film. The correct plan is there's nobody in the village because they're all perched along that path so that when everybody is passed, they can shoot the people in the rear, the people in the front turn around to come and investigate and find their path blocked, and people behind the ones who were in front, who were further along the road, shoot them in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And it creates chaos on both sides, and they all die before they even get to the town.
Okay.
And I just, it's one of the ways that Hollywood disappoints me.
Okay. All right.
I know this is a feel good movie. I recognize why it's going the way that it is. It just makes me a little sad.
I mean, we can't always have the movies made the way we want them to, but we do what we can.
It's true.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the thwip. I'm actually gonna try to wait about 10 seconds to resynchronize it with the timer. So I'm gonna throw out the thwip. You guys can hit the play buttons shortly after I do that, and then I'm gonna try to sync things back up. All right. So again, we're at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 5 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out now. There we go. It's close enough.
It's pretty close.
Hey guys, we just got some people here waiting for you. How you doing?
He's got a sizable band.
He does, yeah. What's up, bro? Oh, okay. Wow, you're stupid. Okay. God. Oh boy. Yeah, I was like, of what? Mm. Oh boy.
That's a rough sentiment.
Yeah.
Why?
To me. Oh.
I feel like this is a very Gary Oldman performance. Like
Hmm.
Oldman might have taken some serious inspiration from Eli Wallach.
I like how each and every one of these men, except him, have they're near cover when the firefight starts.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing?
Collecting a paycheck, however
Oh my
small.
God. Okay. That was oh wow. Doing a fairly good job of picking these guys off. I like the camera work right there. Oh, oh, was not expecting that. Someone brought a dagger to to a gunfight and it worked. I'm sorry, machete. Wow. They did a pretty good job of making them run off.
But that basically was their hand.
Yeah.
And
But
it
they
only kept the money that they had. It didn't win, it just grew.
but they've at least got the weapons from the guys that they've downed that the villagers can
That's true.
use.
That's true.
So there is that at least. They may need to get bullets, but you know.
That's right, kid. You didn't die.
The kid here. Oh, they're not coming back anytime soon.
No, he's coming back as soon as night falls. Yeah,
Okay, he
yeah.
came back real quick.
No, this is the only intelligent move.
A follow-up attack? I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess it makes sense in a mathematical sense, but
like they've been drinking. Their adrenaline has played out. They've been drinking. They're ready to crash.
okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, we get it. Just stick around. Don't make any rash moves.
That is the kid's role in this team is to make the rash move
Oh yeah.
near the end.
He's gonna be the canary in the coal mine, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. They've already primed us with the one that he let get by when he was paying too much attention otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
We're all set for it.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Are those villagers? Are those boys?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going anywhere.
Have you even had a dream about a woman yet?
Wow. It's dark,
That's
but that's also kind of touching,
that's
you
funny.
know? Maybe. Oh, I'm loving this. I was gonna say that's the only proper line every single time. Excuse me.
That was a very Kurosawa moment there.
Nervous? Yeah. Hmm. Schrodinger's crops. I'd be like, "Are you serious, lady? Look, right now is a terrible time, but maybe later."
Yeah. He's just playing dumb and belligerent, and it reminds me of Indy on the flight with Marion,
Hmm.
where she's like, "Is there anywhere it doesn't hurt? Here, here."
Be like, "Lady, if I get shot because we're kissing, I'm gonna really have an issue with you." You know? No, they didn't get them all. Good point.
Yeah, you don't get to have one fun moment and one kind of scary moment, and then it's all done.
No. At this point, you've purchased something and you gotta basically kind of take care of it forever now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, get the flap off your face. Yeah, but what does he have? You know?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, priceless. Eh.
Not for long.
Wait, what the hell is going on here? Is he is he attempting to infiltrate them?
Mhm.
What the flip? Got to admit, I'm kind of surprised the kid made it that far in an infiltration. He had a bad reaction to a bad dream.
So you got the fucking DTs?
Possibly, yeah. My whole world is fear. Oh, so it's your mantra. Okay. Getting kind of like Kyle MacLachlan vibes off of this guy.
Yeah, he was a villain in Columbo movies
Okay.
a couple times.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's why everybody is so weird about him.
He's a deserter.
Yeah.
He's got damn good reflexes, man. Trying to grab flies, that is not easy. They are quick little bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, you're no longer as young as you used to be. Get over it. We all get older.
Oh yeah, I should get over myself a little.
Get out of here, kid. You're too young. Okay. That's what you call fusion. Really, dude? Seriously? Wow. What, in 3 moves? Are they messing with them? I feel like they are. Food, supplies. I've been spying. They're getting desperate because he went out.
And asked.
Yeah, I went out and spoke to him. Yeah, at this point, that's all you can do. What? That is a terrible idea strategically and tactically. Yeah, take the vote out of his hands. Ooh. Like, you hired us to do a job, we're gonna frickin' do it whether you want us to or not anymore.
You want saving?
I gotta give
Best contribute.
I gotta give props to the kid here. I mean, he pulled off a big one, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, it was ballsy.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's not like they've lost anyone yet, you know? They've got more villagers who have guns now. Dude, she has been doing nothing but looking at you since, all of this.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep. No, it's never that easy.
just trying to split you up looking and have you chase your tails.
Okay. I lured him out of the town. Okay. Oh, boy. Time to make a deal. I think the Sotero person needs to go away. Maybe. I don't want to kill you. I want to be your friend. He's a good actor for this kind of character in this kind of movie, you know?
Like, he was a good actor in general,
Uh,
but yes, he played essentially this character um super well
yeah.
in both this and Good, Bad, and the Ugly,
Yes.
and I think in For a Few Dollars More. I don't quite remember.
That little tiny smile that he's got. That's really I appreciate that gesture, you know. Don't do it. Trying to keep that freaking kid alive.
Yeah.
Okay. I can appreciate that gesture too, like, hey, yeah, yeah, I've been there, dude.
Yeah. This place is nice. You're not the only one that's thinking it.
Oh, I'm one of us. Damn, from the mouths of babes.
So stop being brats.
I was not expecting a life lesson here, but that was a pretty good one, actually. Can we go now? Yeah,
Okay.
bye. I am gonna go and use the restroom real quick because I have to. Just carry on without me. I will be right
Okie
back.
dokie. I'm wondering if there's a Deus Ex that will save them, or at least allow them to have a final stand of like a cache of weapons up here. Yeah, there we go. They've ridden out of town. They've been given their guns back. And now they must make a decision. Each man for himself. I appreciate that he's got the like thigh thong for his holster. We all see you, kid. We have all seen you from the start. The kid has been called out by Yul Brynner
Oh.
for being so disdainful of these farmers because he is also a farmer trying to make his life happen.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they rode out of town. They were given their guns back, and now they are making the decision.
Mm. You I mean, you did your job. There at this point there's no shame in leaving. So who exactly gave them their guns back? Like,
Oh, a couple of members of the gangs had them like wrapped up in blankets and rode out
okay.
with them, and when they were a proper distance away, threw them down, stopped
Okay.
everybody. Yeah,
All right. All
like it
right.
was pretty fair dealing.
I'm pleasantly surprised at that, actually, you know?
Yeah.
Sneaking into town.
So it's still pretty fishy because it's literally nobody should know that they're coming, but also nobody is there.
Yeah. Like, this looks real quiet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that woke some people up. Well, that's not good. I'm frankly surprised the kid is still alive at this point. What the hell happened there? Ooh, we just took a bullet to the leg, didn't we? Dude is patching himself up in the middle of a fight. I love it. Man, why'd you have to hit the horse? Oh, that might be the first one to go. Ooh, Bronson just got hit.
That was mighty red.
That was, yeah.
That is the ultimate Bronson scene. being near mortally wounded, falling off of something and getting in position to fire.
That's sweet. Comforting your friend. The very end there. Are you having an introspective moment during a firefight? Are you serious? Dude. Okay, never mind. Meditate all you want, okay? What the heck are you doing? We're gonna grab our tools. We're gonna grab anything we got. We're gonna just use it on you guys. Oh, yeah, well, that was probably not the smartest move. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Being dragged by a horse like that. Charlie Bronson. Charles Bronson, everyone. Yeah, but I think Chris took a shot there too.
One shall stand, and one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
Everybody grab a bar stool. Damn. Okay.
Horse jacking.
Just stole his horse like nothing. Damn.
If you can fire from good cover, do it.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yep, saw that coming.
Yeah.
Saving the kids.
Yep. I know you didn't. You're just as stupid.
Dude standing there with a bar stool. It's like that's his weapon of choice.
Very Japanese sentiment.
Yeah. It's like, kid, you know you're staying.
Nobody needs to pretend anything.
Yeah, just like just you're gonna live and be a hero here.
Yep.
I like how the other two are sticking around to just make sure that it happens, you know?
This feels like light music to have playing for that scene.
Yeah, I agree. But
It's whatever.
I mean, we've got three more survivors in this tale than in the Seven
Yeah.
Samurai. So, like no, I do not want the Return of the Magnificent Seven. Okay, all right. And that
Oop,
no, 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 no.
there we go.
There we go. All right, there we go. All right. And let me go ahead and kill the timer here. Okay, guys, that was the Magnificent Seven, the 1960 Western classic film. And yeah, let's just go ahead and move right into the postmortem. So first of all, I mean, I got a real charge out of this for the most part. This was this was a fairly solid Western and one that I mean, again, like my intelligence quotient of westerns is fairly low, but I definitely get why people were like, you need to see this one. This one is really good. Red, what was your experience?
I agree. Like it was fun. It kept enough of the elements from Seven Samurai to like be recognizable as like definitely directly inspired,
Yeah.
but also added the humor and the feel good sentiments that an American audience was gonna want for the
Yes.
most part, especially with the actors that they had sign on. Um, like they could not kill all of those people off,
I
and
mean,
that's okay.
yeah,
It worked.
I don't know much about Steve McQueen. I do know that if he is in a main part in a movie, you're not killing him off.
No, no,
Like
he's
I
gonna
know
live
that
till the end.
much. Yeah. Yul Brynner, this is the first thing that I think I've ever seen Yul Brynner in, and I'm just gonna say, I kind of want to see more at this point.
Oh yeah,
You
he
know,
he's a good actor. He was a very popular actor for a while. And The King and I is viewed as a classic by basically everybody, and it's like
you have to add that one to the list then.
him starring as the King of Siam in a musical.
Okay.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
pulls it off. It's a
Okay.
classic performance.
No, but I mean, this was a lot of fun. There were, yeah, I'm not gonna say there weren't moments of levity in the Seven Samurai, but I think they were
Sure.
much fewer and further between. Whereas this one, I'm gonna be honest. I honestly thought the kid, I thought he wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah,
Like he gave off that vibe
he
of like,
really gave the I'm going to be the one that goes first and rallies everyone around me.
yeah. And then dude goes and pulls off a full-blown infiltration. And I was just
Yeah,
like, dude, I color me impressed.
I have never seen plot armor that thick.
No kidding. Well, and it helped that he was the only one that had one of the villagers hitting on him.
Sure.
It was like it's like if you're gonna have that Hollywood ending, if you're gonna have that American like ending, like he like as
He's
soon as
just to
that
get the
yeah,
girl.
as soon as that girl kissed him, it was like, okay, well, yeah, yeah. But but yeah, like and again, I, I guess when I watch westerns, I notice the music, the score more than in other types of productions, but like this one definitely sounded familiar. Just kind of the theme for the movie and everything. Like it definitely was something that I've probably heard whenever they've done like a western portion of like another show, like they're playing up a western like that just is the music that I have heard
Yeah.
before. Dun,
Um,
dun, 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 like
it was a famous composer who was part of a duo. He was mimicking the works of another famous American composer
okay.
whose name still escapes me. It's frustrating, but it's also not frustrating because I really don't like his pieces.
Okay, that's
So
fair. That's fair. Um, but and then I guess let's talk a little bit about Eli Wallach because again, I watched The Good, the Bad, and the
yeah,
Ugly earlier this year for the
yeah.
first time, and I certainly remember his character from that movie. He was kind of a like a sleazy scumbag who kind of got by on his charm a little bit, but
Yeah,
like he was kind of a jerk whenever the opportunity came up.
he was brazen.
Yeah. Yeah, he reminded me of Ike Clanton from Tombstone,
Okay, yeah.
only he had more charisma than Ike
Right. Yeah,
Clanton,
no.
you
Like
know.
he had the aura
Yeah.
to pull off being that brazen by and large.
Yeah, and I mean, really, he made a pretty good villain. I mean, like at least in this story, he wasn't over the top evil. He was definitely evil, but he was like evil with a purpose. And I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like, he was smart enough to be like, I'm not gonna kill you. Like, I don't have to kill you. I just have to make you go away. And he, of course, he severely underestimated the Magnificent Seven, but like, it was actually, all things considered, a pretty shrewd call to make.
It was the bully's deal.
Yeah,
These are the people that I know I can beat up. I don't know if I can beat you up, so why don't you just go away?
yeah, no, and he pulls it off really well.
Yeah.
So I really, Uh, I really appreciate that I got to watch him in another similar role fairly recently, and
Yeah.
then see him come back and like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, you must have gotten typecast for this for quite a bit.
Oh
So
yeah. But this character, I will say, was a bully, but
yes,
was a bully that was willing to play it a little straight.
hmm yeah,
Tuco was not.
yeah, no, he Caldera lived by the thieves code, basically.
Yeah.
Like honor among thieves, basically.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. And again, Eli Wallach, this is literally the second thing I've ever seen him in, and I'm
Classic
pretty happy.
performance.
Yeah, yeah. Steve McQueen was in this. Again, I'm not familiar with his work. I know he's famous. He was famous for a lot more than being an actor. Like, he was considered like a style icon back then too,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know that he was basically the second in command to Yul Brynner's
Yeah,
character.
Lancer
So
position.
yeah. And he did a pretty good job. Charles frickin' Bron I've seen him in, what are the Death Wish
Yeah.
movies? Like, I've seen him in those movies where he's old and grizzled and got the mustache. Here he's young. He looks like a brick house. And I'm just like, what? I've never seen him that way. So I'm pretty happy with, like, he turned in a really good performance. Him
Yeah.
him throwing down on the little boys and being like, no, 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 your dads are not cowards. Like, I
Yeah.
was not expecting a life lesson from him.
Right. Like, I wasn't expecting it either. When it came, I wasn't surprised and I wasn't even that shocked because the rest of the movie is pretty feel good.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it is.
it didn't throw me off a lot. A little.
So I I mean, overall, so I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly earlier this year, and I want to say I gave that like 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. And but the thing is, I know that I did not give a heart to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And at least for me, and this is very personal. Everyone on Letterboxd and when they review movies is going to do things differently. But for me, a heart signifies, if I saw this again, I would sit down and watch it again. Like, I enjoyed it that much.
Sure.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a film that I'm glad that I've seen, but like, I don't think I ever need to see it again. This one, I mean, maybe I'm just a sucker for a good old-fashioned Hollywood ending, or what have you, but like, if I saw this on again, I would be like, "Oh, hell yes. Let's sit down and watch some more of this." I I mean, so this definitely gets a heart from me on Letterboxd. I'm thinking about my overall rating. I think this one is at least a 3.5 for me.
Okay.
Like, it is up there. It might even be a 4. I don't know. I'd need to think about it for a while. But I mean, like, I really like that there was. I like that this wasn't a down and out downer. This was, this had it had some heart.
Yeah.
It had some, it had some levity to it, and I can appreciate that. It didn't feel overwrought, like I felt like the good, the bad, and the ugly kind of felt at times.
There's maybe like an hour in the middle of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes. Yeah, and it is a 3 hour long movie that I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I don't need all that." This was 2 hours that felt well spent to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is something that, I've watched it at least, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good with this. This. I do not regret sitting down and just kind of watching this.
Unusual somewhat to find a movie from that time that keeps a more modern pace like this,
Hmm.
I feel.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I kind of noticed that in movies from this time period, if they flow like I am expecting them to flow,
Hmm.
it gives gets extra points for me.
Yeah. No, I think that's a big part of it too. The pacing really works. Like you don't dwell too long on any one thing. There is just enough detail. Like, I mean, when there are like three guys running in front of Charles Bronson and he picks them off like really quick, like he's firing right before they get to where the bullets are gonna hit them. And I'm like, that's the way it should pan out. Like things felt like they were earned. They
Yeah,
felt realistic.
yeah,
But again, there was a lot more there was a lot more kind of feel goodness than you would normally expect in that
sure.
kind of a realistic in that
Yeah,
kind of a situation. And again, I just feel like it works well. It's an excellent movie going experience, and I can definitely understand why people enjoyed this. So
yeah.
and this movie is 65 years old. This movie is from 1960. Did
Yeah,
did I just make you feel a little older?
but boy.
Like, but to me, like again, I think that makes the like what your comment about the pacing, I think that makes it that much more like commendable,
Absolutely.
because movies from certain eras have a certain pace to them. I watched Friday the 13th a couple years ago. Not a bad movie. If you're a horror movie enthusiast, that is a movie you kind of have to watch. And so I did, and I'm glad I watched it. But aside from the novelty of watching a very young Kevin Bacon get killed, like it was actually kind of a yawner. Like the pacing was really slow, especially
Yeah,
for like a slasher film. And
yeah.
that's just the way movies were made at that time, especially, the film had not really found its broad audience yet. It was still in the midst of doing that.
Right. They saw Halloween and were like, we love this, except we're going to show the audience everything.
Yes. And like, it's looking at movies like that and movies just kind of from this era of the the late 50s to the early 60s. Like I take a look at this and I'm just like, this moves very smoothly, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, very much so.
So this was great. I really enjoyed it. You have any last thoughts you want to say about this movie before we wrap things up?
There are so many international films that get American versions and try hard to take proper inspiration from them
Hmm.
and still fail because something's just not there and the filmmakers just don't understand how much of the original they need to keep in.
Right.
And this one was good. It kept the right balance. Like there were so many moments where I was like, did they lift that dialogue directly from Seven Samurai?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Like all the Japanese sentiment moments with the old man in general. Um, like they really appreciated what was good about the original and tried their hardest to keep that in and did a pretty good job.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I think that as far as an an Americanized adaptation of a movie that originates in another country, um, you know, now that we've seen both versions, I think I agree. Like this retains a lot of the it retains a lot of the soul of the Seven Samurai. It makes just enough difference to be like, okay, like these are going to be different viewing experiences,
Yeah.
but like you can see from whence this came, and I think that's definitely a positive in this movie's favor. So yeah, I think this is probably going to get about 3.5 stars for me. I was very entertained by this, and I think that you know, again, I was not expecting life lessons from from this film, but it pulled them off, and it did so in a convincing way, and I think this was quite enjoyable. So, all right, and I think with all of that said, I don't have much else to say other than that I really enjoyed my viewing experience of this film. Red, clearly you did as well.
Very much so.
And hopefully you did as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and thwip the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, if you enjoyed this reaction, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. What'd you think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. You can find the full and unedited live stream of these reactions on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all of the movies that I've watched and reacted to, and I'm starting to divide them up into shorter playlists, mostly by genre. Oh, The Magnificent Seven is definitely a Western, probably would be considered an action movie as well. And let me think. I don't know. I don't know if I would put this on any other playlist yet. Maybe if I get into Yul Brynner and I make a playlist of movies featuring Yul Brynner,
Or
you
Steve McQueen.
or Steve McQueen. So you would find those there. You can find any of those playlists, whether if they exist, of course, on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. Oh, right. And finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, members-only live streams, members-only videos, and early access to selected uploaded content. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. And I think that's everything. So thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian
Red.
and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at the chat and see what people have been saying. Let's see. Yul Brynner was the movie Westworld. I'm not familiar with Westworld, actually.
It is 70s sci-fi.
Sci-fi?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
And was remade not many years ago by HBO Max at the time as a pretty popular series. It's basically about an amusement park with androids who
Okay.
start attacking the customers. Like they have a Wild West world and several other themed worlds where you go and have experiences like being catered to or killing the androids, and the androids start saying, how about no?
I mean, I don't know, people getting attacked by androids in a in a public facility. Sounds a bit like a setup for Chopping Mall. Did you ever see that movie from the 1980s? Oh my God.
Wait,
It is it is teenagers in a mall overnight and three security robots that go on the fritz and decide to kill them all. It is ridiculous, but it's entertaining. So,
I believe.
yeah. Yeah. Um Let me see what else. Let's see. CG Anime Fan says that Eli Wallach was one of three actors that played Mr. Freeze in the original Batman series. Really? Okay. He's also in the third Godfather film. Okay, all right.
He got work.
He
And you
kept
see him in a role, you understand why.
okay. All right. That's pretty cool. All right. Man with the Axe was Charles Bronson. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The kid was filled with liquid
right.
courage. Okay.
And
Uh,
Robert Vaughn was the one I couldn't remember. The
the
what the
dandy.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, him. Yeah, CG Anime Fan knows Robert Vaughn from Superman 3. He played Ross Webster, the film's villain.
Yes, he did.
Was he some kind of
Alongside
a
Richard Pryor.
Oh, okay, all right. So, if I recall, and it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, that was robots were involved or something like that, right?
Richard Pryor, good God.
Yeah.
He knows computers
Okay.
and he's smart about chemistry also. And he writes a program that's a worm, a financial worm to skim fractions of cents off of like account transfers at the bank he works at, like in Hackers. Um,
I'm thinking like an office space too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
And he gets, I think he gets found out by Robert Vaughn, and Robert Vaughn hires him to produce fake kryptonite, artificial kryptonite. It's super convoluted. There is
Okay.
an android at the end.
Okay. All right.
It's
It
it's ridiculous.
is been
Read it
a
on Wikipedia.
yeah. Uh-huh.
That's
Okay. All right. I'm gonna watch Superman the movie for Classics Revisited at some point because it has been so long since I've watched Christopher Reeve as Superman. So I figure I'm pretty safe with that first film at least.
sure.
And probably the second one, because I think that's where you get the three
I
Kryptonian
will
criminals,
send
you know?
my friends um analysis of both
Okay.
because they have a lot of like behind the scenes facts about kind of the making of both Superman 1 and 2 um that really change a person's perspective on like the third acts of the films.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll look forward to
Yeah, I'll
that.
find it,
So
I'll send it.
all right. There are three more after this one. Sith Apple, can you clarify that? Because I'm not sure. I don't remember the context for that.
Brainiac was supposed to be the villain in Superman 3. That is like Robert Vaughn builds a giant supercomputer, and the supercomputer ends up taking the form of like hot android babe because why not? That's
Yeah,
a
of
lot.
course. Yeah.
It's
That's
gonna play better.
yeah, sure, sure. People like hot girls. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
You know?
and
So
she gets like killed pretty much immediately.
okay. All right.
The big reveal that
The Magnificent Seven is a four movie series. Are you serious?
okay,
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this is a story that is one and done, you know. I did see uh on Tubi they were trying to push Return or the Magnificent Seven Returns or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be watching that anytime soon, but I feel like this first
The
one,
A
you
Team
know,
got like a couple seasons.
I mean, okay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, all right, guys, but I think I think we're good here. Thanks again to everyone who joined. I'm just gonna take a very quick look. We had a grand total of 46 views. We had two people for most of the time here, and an average view duration of about 8 minutes. That's at least a good like 5 hours off a 3 hour stream. So so thank you guys. I definitely appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with us while we watch these. Um, and this was a very positive experience. Like this
It
is
was
one
fun.
Western. Yeah, this is one Western that I really just am like, yes, this was good.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. So but thank you guys for being here. We're gonna go ahead and sign off. So you know, take care. This is Spidey Librarian and
And Red.
and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.